Yes, sir. Perfect. And we are live on YouTube as well, sir.
Okay, awesome. So once again, good evening, everyone. So I'll give a very brief and quick introduction about myself. I am Sandeep Bandari. I have been teaching GATE aspirants for the past 18 years. So produced very good number of GATE aspirants, engineering services aspirants across pan India. So that's a small, short and brief introduction. And I always love to interact with students, so that is why I wanted to share some very important and valuable information, which will definitely help you all in your GATE preparation and all. Okay. So now, maybe before I move on, let us try to understand each other for a minute, and then afterwards we'll jump onto the session. Okay. So yeah, first let me ask you a few quick, straight and forward questions. Can you people let me know about your background? So, are you from engineering, or if yes, then which year and which branch? Can you quickly type in the chat so that I can understand well and I can tune my presentation accordingly? Also, one small request for the host. Do you want me to hit the record button? Not required.
Yes, sir. We can record.
You want me to record?
Yeah.
Okay. Record host. Yeah, I've sent a request. Okay, maybe you can.
Well,
Yeah. So yeah, audience, can you please tell me your back? Can you please tell me your background? Your engineering branch year, graduated, doing job, BTech in AI. Wonderful. Next, MCA. Good. Ananya, Arnold, lot of James Francis, Maniranjan, Naveen, Nilay, Ramya, Sanjana, Sharanya, Thanika, Volika, MCA. Nice. Next, BTech CSBS fourth year, BTech EC final year. Awesome. So maybe I can split the entire audience into different buckets or different categories. Graduated BTech with background of mechanical. Yeah. Pass out with engineering, pass out and doing job. And those who are pursuing graduation, be it engineering or any graduation or any masters. Okay, cool. BEME pass out 2019, working since 5 years. Awesome. Okay, so now, as I said, let us try to understand each other for a while, and then afterwards, let us jump on to the session. BTech in CSE 2025 pass out, Ananya. Okay, nice. So, let me straight up ask you with one small question. Generally, this question is considered as, I can say, a $1 million question. Not even $1 million question. We can call this as a $1 billion question. The question is costly, and the answer, what you're going to say, is also going to be extremely costly. So usually I post this question to graduates who are pursuing, right? I mean, engineering or BCom or BSc or anyone. Okay. So everybody should answer this question at some point of time, and in fact I feel that this is the exact time, or in fact the right time to answer this question. So that question is simple: what do you want to do after your graduation? Okay, so in fact there are already a few participants in this uh, forum where they have already started pursuing higher education or pursuing job and all, right? So let me generalize this. Any student after successful completion of their graduation has got two options. One is higher education, that could be MTech, MS, MCA, MBA, it could be in India or abroad. And the second option is job. Even after completion of your masters also, some or the other day get into some good job. Now here comes a big question: What kind of job? What is that job that you people are aspiring? Okay, so you guys must be having your own dream company. Maybe after my graduation, I would like to pursue, I would like to work with this company or that company, right? But I have one more question for you. Uh, let us say you have completed your graduation, right? Or even there are many people who are already pursuing some jobs as well, right? What is the first criteria or what is the first factor that you people always look in a job? It would be great if this session is bit interactive, if you can chat and if you can answer me. So my second question, what I'm asking is, what is the first thing that comes into your mind as soon as you think of a job? What is the first factor or what is the first criteria that you people always think about a job? Whenever you think of a job, what is that thing that comes to your mind? Can anyone, can you please text or can you put your answer in the chat? Arnold, since you are already working for the past 5 years, right? What do you think that comes to your mind whenever you think of a job? Or what is the first criteria that you always consider with respect to a job? Earnings, and you mean to say salary? Nice. Next, James Francis, salary, good. Next, Ananya, your answer? Yes, yes, at least another. Sharanya, Akhil, Tanika. What is that factor or what is that thing that comes to your mind whenever you think of a job? Naveen, better knowledge. Next, salary, lifestyle, work experience. Okay, decent. As I said, in this forum, we have students, I mean, who are freshers, who are students, who are freshers, who are having at least 2 to 3 years of experience, few gentlemen having 5 years of experience, but some have, I have little more experience than you. So consolidating my experience, let me tell you four important factors, four important criterias. Whenever you think of your professional life, yeah, growth in professional life, salary, location, nature of job, decent. But according to me, I have consolidated my experience and I have drafted four important factors, four important criterias. Trust me, if these four criterias are satisfied in the job that you are going to do or that you are already doing, trust me, you will have an amazing professional life, a wonderful professional life. I mean, whenever you have decided to get into a job, ensure that these four factors are fully satisfied. Once these four factors are satisfied, you are going to lead an amazing professional life, a wonderful professional life you are going to lead, provided if these four criteria are satisfied. Now, here comes the next question. What are those factors, sir, that will make my professional life so good, that will make my life so good? What are those factors? If you ask me, I'll put that in the chat box. The next four factors, as I said, I have consolidated my experience and I have drafted these four factors. Once again, I'm repeating. If you want to make sure your professional life to be a wonderful professional life, mentally, financially, socially, you think in any perspective, if you want to lead a successful and professional life, please make sure that these four factors are satisfied at your workplace. And those factors are: number one. Can anyone guess what is the top factor? Number one factor. You have listed down self-earning, salary, lifestyle, work experience, salary, location, nature of job, growth in professional life. A lot of points have come. Can you please tell me who takes the first position? What is the top criteria? The top factor, the number one position that you have to always look in a job. Any guesses? Okay, let me tell you. That is something called job satisfaction. Believe it or not, job satisfaction is considered to be the most important factor, a wonderful factor that each and everybody have to consider before they join or even after joining, this is the criteria that we have to always worry about, right? You should always have the first position always goes to job satisfaction. And here comes the second criteria. Okay, done. Yeah. The second criteria is something called knowledge transfer. This is the second criteria that you people have to think, that you have to always consider whenever you're going to join in any workplace or in any kind of job. And here comes the third criteria, your favorite criteria called salary. And last but not the least is job security. Because ultimately we all are salary dependents. So we have to make sure that the job what we are going to join has to be secure, has to be stable and all, right? Trust me, imagine if these four factors are satisfied, doesn't matter, whatever may be the job. It could be government or private or IT, non-IT, India, abroad, MNC, non-MNC, whatever may be the job, wherever may be the job. Imagine if these four criteria are satisfied in the job in which you are going to join or in the job which you have already joined, you are going to lead an amazing professional life, a wonderful professional life. Okay, so what are they? Number one, job satisfaction. Number two, knowledge transfer. Number three, salary. And number four, job security. Now, let me throw some light on your first criteria and my third criteria called salary. You must be wondering, this session is about gate, about the last minute tips, tricks, and all those things. Yes, I am trying to lay a foundation because I will take this session into three parts. One, let me give you brutal facts. Let me tell you about the brutal reality of the marketplace or how the world is all about. So let me make your eyes wide open. That acts as a strong foundation. And number two, then I will come and land on this gate, especially this gate part. So what exactly is it all about? As I said, how you need to work smart, right? Keeping alongside hard work. What is that smart work that you need to do in order to crack gate? That's the second part I'm going to cover. And last but not the least is, now it is December. So the next couple of months, you have another 1.5 month, hardly some 45 days are there. In this 45 days, even if you start from scratch, right, how you can crack gate, that last minute tips and tricks, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, so now, as I said, I'm trying to build the foundation for this. So now coming back, so these are the four factors that I always say that any graduate or any student, right, or any person, if they want to get into any kind of job, right, please make sure that these four points in this checklist are fully satisfied. They are job satisfaction, knowledge transfer, salary, and job security. Now, let me throw some light on your first criteria and my third criteria called salary. Now, let me tell you one small story. This story is the story of a typical graduate, right? A typical engineering graduate or a typical graduate across any discipline in India. Okay. In fact, I think there are few, I think, Arnold, right? Arnold, you have been working for the past 5 years. Let me know this. You are the best person in this forum to validate my story. Okay, so let me go back to few years. So in fact, in every buddy's life, school days are considered to be the best of the best days, right? Agreed or not? In everyone's life, school days are always considered to be the best of the best life. So somehow you have crossed that school life and finally entered into your plus one or plus two, or in fact, if you are one among AP and Telangana, right? We call it as intermediate first year and second year. In fact, for every student, I mean, during their immediately after their schooling, this 11th and 12th standards are considered to be the most toughest 2 years in their lives. Why? Because these are the 2 years that every student gets pressurized from their parents or from their college, because somebody say IIT, somebody say JE, somebody say NIT, somebody say this, somebody say that, and finally they'll say something, you will become something, you understand something, and finally you will become something, right? So somehow those 2 years are also gone just like that, and finally you enter into your graduation. Okay, so now definitely. most of you have aspired to join in premier institutes in India like IITs or ISC Bangalore or NITs or so. Okay, so somehow I believe it couldn't happen, right? So, and then finally you have joined in the respective colleges where you are still pursuing or where you are already passed out of it. Okay, now then let me tell you the story what happens during those 3 years or 4 years, especially in the very first year of your college, since that is the most important year of your life, because that is the year where you will gain all your freedom. Because during your 11th and 12th standard, obviously most of the students across India, they'll be like inside a pressure cooker, right? So there'll be hell a lot of pressure on them for them to crack JE or MSET or TANSET. Different sets will be there, different entrance examinations will be there. So everybody will have a good amount of expectations. Okay, and then that's how your intermediate is gone, and finally you will enter into your what do you call your graduation first year, your engineering first year. So first year is considered to be the most that kind of year where you will have a lot of freedom. Most of the first year students, be it engineering or non-engineering or any kind of graduation, I hope you all remember your first day, first year of your graduation life, your engineering life, right? So the day you entered into the campus with two newly grown wings on your shoulders, right? The moment you enter the campus, immediately you will start flying. That is the reason you go in any college, majority of the first year students, they will never ever be on the ground. With those tiny, teeny wings that has been grown on their shoulders, they'll be flying around the campus because that is the year they have got their freedom. Okay, so because till plus two, they are completely locked, and finally the moment you enter into your engineering or any kind of graduation, that is where you have gained your freedom. So that's why most of the students in their first year, they will be flying around the campus. That's how your first year is gone. Now finally you will enter into second year. Second year is an year where your wings are cut. The moment your wings are cut, you will come and fall in front of your department, right? That is where all your academics, your labs, your semester examinations, mid examination, all those things will start in your second year. So that's how your graduation or your engineering second year is also gone. And finally you'll enter into third year. The moment you enter into third year, then there is one word that is going to haunt you 24 by 7. What is that? Placements. So this training, this coaching, that coaching, this company, that company, a lot of pressure will be built upon on these placements, and finally that's how your entire third year is gone. And finally you will enter your final year. The moment you enter into your final year, then that is where the majority of the placements will shall begin, and majority of the companies will start visiting your campuses. The moment I say placements, 99.9% the placements are IT placements. I hope you all are very much aware that IT jobs are broadly classified into two categories. One is service based companies, where your TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Accenture, all these are service based companies which provide services to various clients. And the second type of IT job is what? Product based companies like your Meta, Adobe, Amazon, right? Flipkart, Netflix, Google, right? These all are product based companies where they focus on their products and all. Usually, majority only product based companies visit only very few campuses, very selective campuses, and they handpick it. Okay, so out of these hundreds and hundreds or thousands of institutions, they come to few hundreds of campuses. That's it. Okay, so if you consider me in a generic or general point of view, I can say that the most of the companies that you should have experienced or you should have faced in your campus during campus placements, or the one which you are going to face, must be the service based companies only. So now with the kind of training or coaching or some self efforts and all, what you have gained for the 2 3 years, and let us say you got cracked, you cracked any of these service based company and you have joined, right? And do you know what is the average CTC that is being offered by any service based company these days? Any idea? This is the same CTC. In fact, even 18, 20 years ago, while I completed my graduation, I'm in engineering 20 years ago, right? Even at that point, absolutely no Nilay. So the average CTC that is being offered by any of the service-based companies is 3.2 lakhs per annum. This is the standard CTC, 3.2 lakhs per annum. After this cutting, that cutting, you know how much you are going to get? you are going to get around 18 to 20,000 per month. A BTech fresher or any fresh graduate getting 18 to 20,000 per month, I don't say it's a bad start, it's a decent start. Okay, it's a decent start. Now I have a small question for you. If 18 to 20,000 per month is called as a decent start, what should I name 2 lakhs per month as, or 1 lakh per month as? I'll call this as a wonderful start, an awesome start. Now here comes one small question for you, everybody. If you start your career with, let us say, 18 to 20,000 per month, how many years it will take for you to touch 2 lakhs per month? Okay, forget about 2 lakh. 1 lakh per month. If you want to reach from 18 to 20,000 per month to 1 lakh per month, how many years do you think it will take? Any guesses? Any guesses? How many years do you think it will take? 6 years, 7 years, right? 5 years. Okay, if you don't know how to calculate, I'll quickly tell you. Let us say, just like any other graduate, you also got selected in some service-based company. Some service-based company. Since it is the first professional year of your life, you'll work like hell. 24 by 7, 365 days, you will work. Why? Because you will be on fire. Literally, you will be on fire. Okay, because for the very first time you are earning, for the very first time you have you're doing some job. So for that entire first year, that's the first time, right? New josh, new energy. So that entire first year, literally you will be on the fire. After the successful completion of 1 year, there has to be some hike in the salary, right? Yes or no? Now, do you know what is the minimum percentage of hike that most of the service based companies will give? Minimum percentage. Minimum is zero. I'm telling you minimum. Minimum is zero. Yes, there are n number of companies which gave 0% hike. Now, what is the maximum or highest percentage that a fresher can expect after 1 year? How much percentage hike? Maximum? Maximum? Any guesses? What is the maximum hike that anyone can expect? Somebody saying 25. Boss, if you want to get 25% hike, you need to get at least, you need to work at least 25 hours per day. Is it possible? Not possible. So highest or maximum could be not 2 to 3%, Tanika. So highest could be around 12% or 13%. Trust me, if you get a 12% hike in any IT company, which means you have done an outstanding job. Literally, you have turned the company upside down in a good way, then you will get 12% or 13%. So let me average it. Let us say, since it is your first year, you have done an outstanding performance. So with your exceptional performance, let us say the highest percentage you got it, and let me consider it as a 10% hike you got it. 10%, if you get a 10% hike, means you did an outstanding, means outstanding job. Let us say you have done that job, you got 10% hike. Now let us start calculating, right? So first year salary, how much? 18,000 per month. Let's do a very, very simple fingertip calculation. First year salary 18,000 per month. 10% hike. 10% of 18,000 becomes 1,800 rupees. Chalo, round it off. 2,000. So first year salary, how much? 18,000. Second year salary, 20,000. Third year salary, fourth year salary. Acha, do you think every year you are going to get a constant hike like a DC signal? I'm from electronics background, so that's why I compare it with DC signal. No. Do you know how your percentage hike is going to be year on year in a graphical representation? It will be in the form of e power minus 80 maths, exponentially decaying function. Yes, you will never ever get a constant hike or an increasing hike. Will definitely, your hike keeps on decreasing as you move forward. If you remain in the same company, that is why a person will never ever continue in one single job for more than 2 years or 3 years. If you want to get a hike from, let us say, 15% to 20% or 20% to 30%, you want to make a big jump, then you know what you have to do? You have to jump from one company to another company. Like this, after jumping too many number of companies, undergoing a lot of frustration, undergoing a lot of pressure, finally, after 7 years or 8 years, you will reach your dream salary or dream position or dream job or dream company. This is the typical story of any graduate in India. I'm not saying this is the bad story. If this is the worst case scenario, If everything goes down south, this is what our future going to be. Our graduates, I'm not saying that this is applicable for everybody, but I'm picking up a typical graduates in India, and this is what happening. Finish your graduation, maybe in your final year or pre-final year, get placed in some service-based company, then start running, jumping from one company to another company, learn technologies, this, that, and finally, after 7 years or 8 years, you will reach your dream position or dream salary. This is the typical story of any graduate in India. Now tell me, do you guys agree with this story or not? Say yes or no. Yes or no. Especially, I want an answer from Arnold. Arnold, since you have already seen at least 4 5 years of your career, 4 5 years of your life, tell me whether this story is making any sense or not. If I'm making nonsense, no problem. Let me know.
Uh,
Anybody?
Sandeep, until the part of the 12% max height, I might agree with you.
Hmm.
Now, about the 7 to 8 years of, uh, to reach what you call stability, financial stability is now that is one part I'd like to find out in some time.
Good. That's what I'm saying. This is a kind of validation from a person, because if you generalize it, honestly, yes, 6 7 years is somehow it will take time to reach your what do you call ultimate goal and all. Okay. So now, as I said, this is the story. Now, what if I say that I have an equation with me, right? I have an equation with me. Provided if you follow this equation, that will definitely change your career or change your life or change your professional life, change your personal life. Do you mind following that equation? Absolutely, yes. I'm also answering on your behalf, right? So now what am I going to do is I'm going to teach you about one solid equation that will change, as I said, your life like anything. Then you must be wondering, sir, ऐसा कौन सा equation है that will change my life, career, this, that. That equation is neither any Ohm's law equation, nor any Kirchhoff's law equation, nor any Millimore's equation, or nor any Bernoulli's equation, right? I hope I covered all the disciplines. That equation is a simple algebraic equation. If you follow that equation, trust me, your life is going to change. Literally, your life is going to change. Okay. So actually, that equation is little different. Now I am tweaking that equation especially for you. Okay. So I will type that equation in the chat box. Can you please decode this? I have entered that equation. I've typed that equation in the chat box. Can you please decode that equation? 40 days equals to 40 years. How come? There is a huge imbalance between LHS and RHS. Okay, now let me add some counterweight this side. 40 days of hard work that you're going to put now will give you 40 wonderful years. 40 days of hard work, or okay, let me not use a very bhari and bulky word called hard work, because all you Gen Z kids, what happens is the moment I say hard work, most of you are half dead. Okay, let me not use that word called hard work. Let me call this as a smart work. If the next 40 days, if you can do a smart work, if you plan smartly, it will give you 40 wonderful years. So 40 days of hard work will give you 40 wonderful years. I'll tell you how. Okay. I'm assuming that you all are somewhere on an average close to some 20K hours pass. Okay. So let me shoot one straight up question for you. When can we expect our expiry date? Okay. Okay. Let me not be that brutal, right? It's not like indirectly I'm asking you when are we going to die, right? So let me put it this way. What is the average lifespan or average work lifespan? Until what age we can live, or until what age we can work comfortably? 60 years, right? We all are not we, you all are somewhere close to some 20K pass. So out of 60 years, 20 years are already gone. How many are left out? 40 are left out. To make sure your next 40 years of life, a wonderful life with full lot of satisfaction. As I said again, mentally, financially, socially, you think in any perspective. If you want to make sure your next 40 years of life, a wonderful life, work hard or work smart for the next 40 days. If you plan these 40 days properly, trust me, because the path you have chosen now to make your career through GATE is one of the finest paths. As I said, I'm in this industry. I've been teaching GATE aspirants for the past 20 years, literally 20 years, right? Almost all, I have seen all states students, all I taught in some 10 different states, right? Delhi, Kolkata, Bhopal, Hyderabad, Andhra, right? Jaipur. So I know because the different students' mentality. Okay, so once upon a time, of course, for the past 3 4 years, the competition, I mean, I don't say that the GATE aspirants has come down, but somehow because of this fever of IT, AI, or whatever it may be, so the competition has come down. But trust me, this is a very very right time for you. The competition is less, right? Once upon a time, to get into or to get qualified, right, or to get into some premium institutes, let us say you need to have at least 45 55 marks or so. Now just if you get between 30 to 35 or 35 to 40, of course your reservation also matters and all, I'm considering it as an open category, you will get an opportunity to get into your dream institutes. Okay, but not just an MTech is the only option that we have through GATE, but there are hell a lot of options that are there. Okay, that is why I'm assuming that already some sort of foundational preparation has been already laid for the past few months. Okay, so now this next 40 days is something crucial. And even let us say if somebody is waking up even in the last minute now, still you have time, right? Miracles happen over a minute, overnight, right? You have 40 days, right? 40 days. You can do wonders. Literally, you can do wonders. Okay. So once again, I'm telling you, this 40 days equals to 40 years is not, I'm trying to give you some enough Baba Wala Gyan or something like that. I'm not trying to give you an, what do you call, a motivation kind of thing. Absolutely. No, I'm deadly against it. Instagram is sufficient for you to have very good motivational talks, right? Whenever you are down, I don't know how that algorithm will understand your mind. It will read your mind and all. There are a lot of good enough amount of reels that are there will keep motivating you. So I'm not trying to give you some enough gyan about this, but I'm just trying to give you one smart way that if you can invest your next 40 days properly, you can lead next 40 years life like anything. Your next 40 years is going to be like a cakewalk. I hope you all are aware of what is a cakewalk. What is a cakewalk? Walking on a cake is called as a cakewalk. Your next 40 years of life is going to be like a cakewalk, provided you follow this equation. Okay. So now coming back, what is that I have to do for the next 40 years? For the next 40 days. Okay. That I will cover in the last 20-30 minutes of the session. So now, as I said, we have crossed stage one. So stage one is giving you an awareness of the current scenario, current trends, making your eyes wide open. What is harsh realities, brutal realities, right? I have given you the best case scenario. I have given you the worst case scenario. Okay. So now let's move on to the stage two, where let me throw some light on GATE, right? I am pretty much sure that you guys are very much aware of what is GATE and all those things. Okay. But let me quickly throw some light on this GATE and all. Okay. So for the past several years, as you know, the seven IITs and ISC takes the responsibility of conducting GATE. I think this year IIT Guwahati, I think, yeah, IIT Guwahati is conducting the gate. Okay, so all these things you are already know. Now, I hope you have already applied and you are writing 2 papers. Okay. Now, coming to the marks division, as you know, if you want me to summarize this gate into one single sentence, I can say 100 marks, 65 questions, 180 minutes. On an average, you are going to get around 2.5 to 3 minutes per question, right? 2.5 to 3 minutes you are going to get per question. Okay. Now, this 100 marks is being divided into 2 categories. You have aptitude, you have maths, and you have technical. And if you see the previous history, right? So this all these papers and all, I'm just keeping it for you. Okay. Now, coming to this 100 marks is being divided into 3 parts, right? So approximately 12 to 15 marks from aptitude, another 15 marks from maths, that becomes around 30. 70 marks is going to be the technical part. Technical means your subject part. If you are computer science, you have around 5 6 subjects. Electrical, you have around 11 subjects. Mechanical, you have around 10 subjects, right? And EC, you have around 6 or 7 subjects. Okay, that put together is 70. Now, what is the qualifying mark in GATE? If you see over the past few years of trends, the qualifying mark ranges between somewhere around 22 to 26 or 27. Okay, that depends upon paper to paper, but if you want me to average it, somewhere around 25 marks is going to be the qualifying mark. I'm just averaging it, 1 or 2 marks idhar udhar hota hai, right? 25 out of 100. Okay, now tell me, getting 25 out of 100, do you think it's a difficult job? You might say yes, but I will say, I don't say it's an easy task, but at the same time, I'll say it's not even difficult. I'll tell you. As I said, this pura 100 marks will let us divide into 3 categories. Aptitude. If I'm not wrong, aptitude is something, it's all about your presence of mind. Okay. And if I'm not wrong, let's say BTech freshers or those who are pursuing BTech, if I'm not wrong, you have already started preparing for your aptitude, verbal aptitude, reasoning and all for your campus placements. Okay. So out of 12 marks of aptitude and reasoning, I mean the non-technical part, even if you start from now, and even if you put your minimal efforts, you can easily score minimum around 6 to 8 marks. So your target to score from non-technical out of 12 marks may, even if you start from now or with the past experience of learning what you're having, worst of the worst case, you can haste khilte, happily you can score 8 out of 12. So let us keep 8 marks in our pocket. Now let us move to maths. Maths, as I said, it's pure engineering maths. Okay. Right, if you notice the papers, every year there is one standard question that is being asked in maths in every paper every year. For example, like on eigenvalues and eigenvectors, right? As I said, maths is something that there are no prerequisites required. For example, let us say if you are a mechanical student, if you want to know about let's say refrigeration and air conditioning, you should know thermodynamics first. If you want to know about thermodynamics, if you want to learn heat transfer first, then you should have some very good fundamentals of thermodynamics is sufficient. So when it comes to technical aspects, technical subjects, if you want to learn subject C, then there is a prerequisite that you have to learn subject B. If you want to learn subject B, there is a prerequisite that there is you have to learn subject A. Same goes with, let us say, electronics and communication. Let's say you want to become a pro in communication. Then if you want to become pro in communications, then you should learn signals and systems compulsorily. You should have a good command on it. Right? So like this, in every branch, there are some interlinked subjects and there are some independent subjects. So what I'm trying to say is your engineering maths as well as your aptitude, These are two such a kind of subjects which does not need any kind of prerequisites. All you need is your presence of mind and your focus on that particular subject, and you can quickly learn. Now, aptitude, with our minimal efforts, we have already grabbed around 8 marks into our pocket, right? Now, let us come to maths. Maths, even if you start preparing from now, out of, I think 15 marks रहेगा aptitude. So easily you can score half of it. Half of it becomes, let us say 7.5, round it off, let us say 8 marks, you got it in your hand. So 8 plus 8, how much? 16 marks. Okay, 15 marks of aptitude mein, worst case, even if you follow my equation and even if you focus right from now, you can grab half of it, 8 marks. Maths, out of 15 marks, even if you start focusing from now, worst of the worst case, you can score half of it. Let us say another 8 marks, 8 plus 8, 16 marks are already in your pocket. Now, in order to qualify, in order to get 25 marks out of 100, how many more marks are needed for you? Approximately 10 to 11 marks are needed. Now, in every branch, let me start from computer science. Computer science, programming data structures and algorithms, every year around 21 marks are being asked. I'll show you those how many marks are being asked in the end, right, with subject and all. Okay, then same goes with EC also. EC may there is a subject called network analysis and control systems. Just from these two subjects, around 18 to 20 marks are being asked. Then same goes with mechanical. There is something called production manufacturing technology. Around 18 to 20 marks are being asked. Civil, also the same thing, environmental or geotechnical engineering, around 20 to 25 marks. So what I'm trying to say is, on an average, for every paper, be it computer science or EC or triple E or mechanical or civil or CSBS or whatever the branch it may be, on an average, there will be around 8 to 10 subjects. There will be at least 2 to 3 subjects in every paper where you will get minimum 15 to 20 marks. Now, you have 40 days in your hand. I'm assuming that some foundation has been already laid. Can't you become pro in one bloody subject? Is what the question that you need to ask for yourself. Ask yourself, can I become good in just one subject? This is my target, one subject. If your inner voice says yes, you're qualified. You're qualified, just qualified. Worst case, believe it or not, every year, thousands and thousands of students are qualifying in GATE just from maths and aptitude only. Because maths and aptitude together covers around 25 to 30 marks. 25 to 30 marks. Just from maths and aptitude. So now tell me, getting qualified in GATE, is it difficult? Absolutely no, provided you have the smart plans. Let us grab 8 marks from maths, 8 marks from aptitude, and I'll become a pro in one subject. You will automatically get qualified. Or worst of the worst case, even if my math skills are good, from aptitude, reasoning, and maths may say, with just these from these two subjects only, you can comfortably qualify. That's it. Now, what happens if you qualify? All premium institutes, all NITs and new IITs will open their door. This is what you have been dreaming since ages, that I want to pursue my graduation in a very premier institute. The moment in India, if I say premium institutes, things that come into your mind is IITs, NITs, triple ITs and all. You missed an opportunity earlier. Now you have got a second chance. Go and study. Trust me. The life in an NIT, the life in an IIT is totally different. It will totally change your path. It will totally change your direction. It will totally change your thought process. Forget about jobs. In IITs, it will be 100% placement. IITs or NITs, hell a lot of companies, right? So maybe in tier 2, tier 3 colleges, they struggle to get companies and all. But once you get into these premier institutes, job is the least thing. You just go with the flow. Automatically, you'll go and settle in some good product-based company or the company of your choice. Okay, but your thought process totally changes the moment you get into your premium institutes like IITs or NITs or triple ITs. So if you qualify, as I said, your gates will be open for NITs and the new IITs, few IITs. That is good in maths, good in aptitude, becoming a pro in one subject. That's it. Now, in addition to this, if you fall in love with another one subject out of 10 subjects, I'm asking you to fall in love with just one more subject. Pick up. Why am I telling you now to fall in love with another one subject is it will give you like a booster for you, right? Just like while you're playing any car racing game, if you put the nitrous oxide cylinder, so थोड़ा तेजी से भागते ना. So this, if you fall in love with another one subject, then you will move to a range of between 35 to 40 or 35 to 45 के range में. The moment you get into 35 to 40, 45 range, that's it. All old, the chances of getting into all IITs will become higher, right? Now, the more and more marks you get beyond 40, 45, the more and more subjects that you fall in love with in the next coming days, the more and more chances of getting into IITs or the more and more chances of getting into PSUs will automatically increase. Now you guys decide what do you want to do? Because now, for sure, someone who is starting afresh, from now, it is next to impossible for you to cover all the subjects. For them, my suggestion, become good in non-technical, that is quant, verbal reasoning, become good in maths and pick up one subject. At least there will be one subject of your choice. Kuch bhi. Computer science, let's say operating systems or programming or data structures, or you pick up any EC subject. There'll be one subject, that's it, you plan this. Those who are already laid a very good foundation for the past 6 months or 7 months, where you are taking coaching in Time or any other various places and all, right? So become a pro in, because this non-technical part mein getting these 30 marks is very, very comfortable, right? Plan like this, become a pro in one or two subjects and try to get at least one mark from other subjects. That's it. Your score will automatically, I mean, your marks will be between 40 to 50 out of 100. If your marks are between 40 to 50 out of 100, as I said, the chances of getting into IITs will be extremely high, extremely high. Now, as I said, not just you can enter into NITs or IITs for MTech or MS, right? So in fact, through GATE, you can also start pursuing PhD as well, right? And there are also many B schools who are considering GATE as a qualifying criteria. Some people will, obviously most of them, they will go for CAT or MAT, but there are many good premium B schools who are also considering what GATE as a one of the criteria to roll out an offer in their B school. Okay, so this is the structure, right? So definitely, if you want to pursue ME, MTech in any of the institutes or state institutes and all, GATE is required. So if you want to pursue PhD in IITs or NITs or IISc, right, GATE plus you will have an interview. Okay. Now I've been telling you 65 plus PSUs are recruiting through GATE score. The moment you get a good GATE score, good GATE marks, it's a direct entry into the PSU spot. Okay. Now, these are all the PSUs that you are very much aware, that you have been listening since long time. And obviously that could be the reason that you have joined GATE coaching and all, right? So these are all the various companies that are considering GATE. Almost all around 60 plus companies are there which are still considering GATE score as an entry into their company. Okay. Not just one branch, EC, Triple E, computer science, information, civil, mechanical. There are a lot of branches are there which are considering gate score, right? These are the latest notification. For example, PGCIL. You know, what is the starting CTC of a PGCIL, Power Grid Corporation of India Limited? It's, I think, around 16 lakhs per annum. 16 lakhs per annum, right from day one, you can get if you get into PGCIL. This is they have taken in 2025. This is NLC, right? So these are all different. Coal India Limited, GAIL, DRDO, Septum, ISRO, all these companies are taking gate score as a entry to get into their company. Okay. Now, how many of you are aware of CSIR? CSIR is considered, CSIR is nothing but Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. It is one of the biggest research center in India with 44 labs in different places. And every year, CSIR, they will roll out they will take recruit for the position of JRFs. JRF means it's a 5 years integrated program. Means 2 years of MTech plus 3 years of PhD, which means at the end of these 5 years, a doctorate will be given to you. A doctorate will be given to you. And during these 5 years, you will get a consistent stipend of 25,000. 25,000 per month means 25,000 only, not like any other service based company. They will say 3.6 lakhs divided by 12. You will think that it is 30,000 per month, but ultimately you will get around 17 or 80,000 per month, right? So a lot of applicable taxes, this and that. So here, 5 years consistent stipend, you will complete your MTech as well as PhD. Okay, there are a lot of CSIR places are there. So this is immediately after your BTech. MTech graduates are not eligible here. So you can also consider this. Okay. Then also, I think most of you are aware of something called BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center. They also offer one-year program. Okay. So this one-year program, it's like orientation course for engineering graduates and science postgraduates. Okay, so this one-year program will be conducted at one of their BARC training schools, which are located at Mumbai, Hyderabad, Tamil Nadu, Indore, and all. Okay, and the entry into this program is only through GATE. Now, eligible disciplines, if you notice, EC, Triple E, Mechanical, Civil, Computer Science, Instrumentation, Chemical, and Metallurgy. During this 1 year, 35,000 per month is the stipend and 10,000 rupees allowances. Now, after the completion of 1 year, they will conduct one test, and you have to minimum qualification mark is 50%. Okay. Now, once this is being qualified, then you will be, once this 1 year program is over, then you will be posted as a scientific officer group A, which is a gazetted officer in any one of the Department of Atomic Energy units allotted in Hyderabad, Tamil Nadu, Mumbai, Kolkata. Which means one shot, two birds. One, you are going to study, that is, you are going to learn. Two, you are going to earn. Not two birds, it's three birds. Three, at the end of successful completion of 1 year, you will be posted as a scientific officer, Group A. One shot, three birds. Picture abhi baki hai. Let us say during this 1 year program, you did exceptionally well. Wonderful performance you did. So you are going to learn, you are going to earn, you are going to get a job. Now, if you do this 1 year program very well, what they do is they will send you one more year to any one of the IITs to complete their MTech program, which is being fully sponsored. Fully sponsored. They will only sponsor it, right? While retaining your employment. After completion of 1 year, please come back because your job is waiting for you. So learn, earn, job, and during this 1 year, if you do well, they will also fulfill your dream of pursuing your MTech in IIT. They will only sponsor it. After that, you come back. Right. So like this, in many of these research agencies, like your ISRO, your BARC, your CSIR, right? You can have an opportunity to study, I mean, learn as well as earn as well as to get a job. Okay. Now, as you know, the paper pattern, multiple choice questions. For every 1 mark, for every 1 mark question, you are going to get 1 mark. But if you lose, you're going to lose 1.33. This 1 mark is also gone, and 1/3 of the previously right answer is also gone. So please do not make any wild guesses. For fill in the blanks, that is numerical answer type questions and multiple select questions, there is no negative markings. So here you can take a choice, but not for MCQs. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Aptitude 15 marks. Maths will be around another 15 marks, right? And then 30 plus another around 70 marks will be for your core subjects. Okay. Now, observe for the past several years, look at the cutoff marks. Okay. If you see 2018, 25, computer science 25, mechanical 34, triple E 29, and this is for general. If you have a reservation, you have an added advantage. 2019, between 26, electrical was little highest there. Around 40 marks was the qualification marks. Again, 2020, 21. Let me see the last 2 years. Okay. Notice EC 25, computer science 30 marks, mechanical 35, electrical 25, civil 29. Computer science 27 marks, 25, 28, 25, 28. So approximately between 25 to 30 marks is your target to qualify. And if you qualify, you can proudly write a sentence in your resume that I am a gate qualified candidate. It's like a feather in your hat. Anywhere, any interview that you go, you say that, sir, I'm gate qualified. You'll have a very good amount of weightage. Okay. So, as I said, the marks wise, how many are needed? Let's say if you want to get into private college, you need to get 25 plus, considering OBC, your open category 30 plus, right? State governments 35 plus, NITs around 40, top NITs and IITs, you need to get 50 plus marks and all, right? Observe, these are all the marks that has been asked. Let us say EC, if you notice, one single subject, 18 marks. Triple E, one single subject, let us say around 12 marks, 13 marks. Then computer science, right? Maybe a lot of computer science are there, right? COA, 12 marks. Programming data structures and algorithms, 22 marks. DSA, this is what we call it as, right? Mechanical, you have manufacturing, production, 13 marks. Thermodynamics, 14 marks. Fluid mechanics and heat transfer, 15 marks. So in every branch, there will be at least one or two subjects where you will get a double-digit mark minimum, right? So now you have, assuming that if you are a time students, you already have an access to the gate faculty, you already have an access to the video courses. Start having a look at those video courses properly. And now, last but not the least, is you have to start taking tests. As you know, time offers two types of tests. One is SAM gate, other one is AIM gate. Right? I think AIM gates has already started. SAM gate is self-administered mock gates. I think around 20 SAM gates will be there and 10 AIM gates will be there. So AIM gate schedule should have been already released. Please take the AIM gate seriously. SAM gates and AIM gates are nothing but what? Mock gates, which means every examination what you're conducting, it is being conducted at gate level, and the performance also can be seen at an all India level. Right? There will be around 20 SAM gates and 10 AIM gates will be there. I strictly insist everyone, if you ask me what is the secret of success that is going to be in this last minute preparation, is taking these 30 mock gates well. Because if you keep taking these mock gates properly, the 31st, your main examination will also look like another mock gate for you. Okay, so please make sure that you give these mock gates properly, and for every mock gate, please understand what went wrong. Once the paper is out, once the results are out of a mock gate, sit down, what went wrong. You should have an answer for the very important question, what went wrong. Chalo, this question I thought like this, but this happened. Chalo, now let us go for the second attempt. Then, because during this preparation, it is very important not only to learn what to do, but also to learn what not to do. Okay, and I'll give you one simple example before I conclude. Let us say you're going on a holiday. Okay, you're going on a holiday. Definitely these days everybody will have a very good preparation for holidays. Yes, maybe 3 months or 4 months prior you will book the tickets, be it train tickets or bus tickets or flight tickets, right? Because now this is a Christmas weekend. Believe it or not, people started planning for this Christmas weekend almost all 3 months ago, right? So let's say you have booked your tickets, you have done shopping, you have done complete bookings, everything, all preparations are done, and finally the day has come that you have to start your journey, right? Chalo, you reached the bus stand or you reached the railway station or whatever the mode of transportation is, right? Finally you reached, but unfortunately you missed the bus. You missed the bus in spite of preparation for these many months. You planned everything properly, but unfortunately the day has come where you need to catch the bus. Unfortunately you missed the bus. Does it mean it's the end of your life? No. What you will do? Wait for another 1 hour and catch another bus. You have done 6 7 months of preparation for gate. Finally the day has come. I'm also telling you the other side of the story. What will happen if you crack gate is what I'm telling you. But now more importantly is what will happen, what is the other side of the story also I should tell you, because I want to be you to be prepared. Okay, so now you have done 6 7 months of preparation, lot of preparation, because as I said, I've been seeing some thousands of students, only 18% of people qualify, rest of people they don't even qualify, right? So finally the day has come that you have given the examination, flying colors, everything went on good, but unfortunately the result was you got very less marks. Let us say you didn't even qualify. Does it mean it's the end of your life? Absolutely no. Same story. You have missed the bus in spite of the entire preparation. Unfortunately, you missed the bus. Is it the end of your journey? No. Wait for 1 hour and catch the next bus. Similarly, if you didn't qualify in gate, wait for 1 month and wait for another notification. Believe it or not, you take any technical examination in India, state government or engineering services, or you take any technical examination, the syllabus is approximately equivalent to GATE syllabus. GATE is the first milestone that you are going to see in your career. If something goes wrong, no problem. Wait for a month, you'll get another notification. Wait for 1 hour, you'll get another bus and catch the bus. But during this 1 hour, you should answer for $1 million question. That is, what went wrong? I have prepared well, I have done all the bookings, I have done everything perfectly, but ultimately, finally, I missed the bus. So you should try to answer yourself. Don't answer to anybody. You please answer yourself what went wrong. And please make sure that you will not repeat the same mistake again. Chalo, 1 hour ho gaya hai, and now we are about to catch the second bus to the same destination. Unfortunately, you missed the second bus also. Happens sometimes. You thought 1 hour hai, chalo, let me scroll Instagram for a time. So that 1 hour became 1.5 hour. Second bus bhi aaya, second bus gaya bhi. Again, next question. Does it mean it's the end of your life? No. Now let me change the track. Let me switch to the railway station, or you will go and catch the nearest flight. But again, second time, this time also, you need to answer for one big question, that is, what went wrong? But, and definitely, if you have an answer for that question for what went wrong, you will not miss this time. Third bus, third attempt, third notification, third test, third examination, you will fly. You will fly like anything. You'll get the marks with flying colors. You'll rise with flying colors. But we are not fools sitting in the same bus stand for hours and hours, missing every bus. Do you think we all are fools? Absolutely no. Max to max, anybody can miss. See, missing a bus, as I said, it's not the end of your life. That happens, but you can miss once, you can miss twice. You can miss thrice also. But you cannot keep on waiting in the same bus stand all your life together, missing every bus, knowing that this is the mistake I have done. They are called as fools. And I'm 200% sure that we are not at all the fools, because we have an answer for that question. What went wrong? That is why I'm saying you consider these next 20 to 30 mock gates as your stepping stones for your end journey. You give mock gate 1, definitely you will fail. Don't worry, it's not the end of your life, but have an answer for the question, what went wrong? Give the second attempt. There will be an improvement. Give third attempt. There will be an improvement. Now you have 30 chances, 30 chances before you write the original examination. Now, in these 30 examinations, commit as many mistakes as you can. I repeat, during these 30 mock gates, commit as many mistakes as you can, such that there is no mistake left out to commit in the actual gate examination. I repeat, you have 30 mock gates on your portal. You please commit as many mistakes as you can, such that there is no mistake left out to commit in the real examination. Trust me, you will take off in your first bus or first flight, which is going to happen in the month of February. February is a very, very special month for all of us. Don't say because of Valentine's Day, because February is a month where the gate examination happens. Okay, so if you plan this properly, you'll fly like anything. You'll definitely crack it. Okay, so I think that's all from my side. So in the time portal, as I said, you have SAM gates, you have mock gates, you have everything. So the kind of the environment that is being created in the platform will be similar to the actual gate environment only. So that's about gate and all. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can feel free to answer. Sorry, I'm feel free to answer. Yeah, Kavinder, it's easy to get qualified without preparation. I'm the proof for that. Wonderful. But what is the mark needed to get into top 10 IITs? If you are a general category, you need to get around 45 say 55K beach may. If you get the marks, then definitely you can. Now I'm open to take up questions. If you have any questions, you can post it in the chat, or you can unlock or unmute if you have any questions. My previous gate score was, you're from which branch, Kavinder? And you have any CS? Okay. Last year, the cutoff was a bit higher, right? So maybe if you want to get into that, yeah, last year cutoff was a bit higher. Then that 55 plus is something that you have to see. Since you have got 41 last time, 41.24, that's marks, right? 41 to, it's not gate score, it's marks. Yeah. So maybe 55 to 60 is something that you have to target this time, considering you are an open category. Yeah. So anyone else? You have any questions? If you have no questions, then I would like to end the session. Any questions? I hope I made some sense. Yes, yes, no. Got some clarity? Yes, yes. All right then. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much for your patience and for listening to this session. So, and I wish you All the very best. Thank you, Kavinder. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Now, organizer, maybe you can end the session. Thank you all. Thank you, Danika. Thank you. A lot of James Francis. Okay. Have a great day, and yeah, of course, have a wonderful new year. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So you guys, I hope you can leave. Okay, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Have a great day, and I wish you all a very happy new year in advance. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Compliments to the season.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much.